Like many of you, my back hurts when I sit, particularly when I travel. Long distance travel in a car, sitting on an airplane, of course even sitting in front of the computer. So I've known for 30 years that my back hurts when I prolong sit. So if you were like that, here are the things that I recommend. On long car trips, here's the rules that I have, and I didn't make up the rules, my back did. So if I drive over an hour, I get out every hour. If you and I were to take an 8-hour car trip, I would get out 7 times. Now before you say, that's ridiculous, I would never do that, let's piece that out. Let's say, on an 8-hour car trip, let's say you would probably get out at least twice, okay? So I'm saying get out 7 times. Now I'm adding 5 additional breaks, okay? 5 breaks, each break would be 3 minutes long. So I'm adding 15 minutes to an 8-hour trip. Here's what the break would look like. You pull over in a rest area, you take a brisk walk for 1.5 minutes, and then you do the spine stretches that you have all learned from me, from decades of watching my shows and videos and so forth. You might stand and do half a dozen twists, you might bend side to side a few times, and you might do what I do. I pack a blanket in my car, it's always there. I pull it out, I throw it on the ground, I throw it on the sidewalk, I throw it on the grass, unless it's winter. And I'll do those knee rolls, because that's my favorite stretch for my back. Roll them side to side. I might do a half a dozen, 10 or 12 of those. Shake off the blanket, throw it in the car, off you go. An hour later, pull over to a rest area or a safe place, 1.5 minute walk, a few stretches, some knee rolls. Maybe if you have the ability, you may go for a 30-second jog. You might climb up a quick hill, whatever it is, get the blood moving, do a few of the stretches, shake off the blanket, and off you go. You see? So you do that, and when you show up after that 8-hour or now 8-hour and 15-minute trip, you show up actually feeling good as opposed to feeling achy and cranky and grumpy. Okay? Now in an airplane it gets a little bit more difficult. I have asked most flight attendants where the track is, and most of them make me go sit down and stuff. So anyway, so in an aircraft I usually get an aisle seat if it's available. And in the aisle seat, once again, I tend to get up every hour or even sooner before my back starts to tell me I need to get up, okay? So you kind of preempt it. And I will stand and slowly and gently, without offending anybody else, I'll be standing in the aisle and I'll do the stretches like this and slow. And one of the things I'll do is I'll stretch over to the side and I'll hold, okay? Pull up tall, stretch over to the side and hold. So I'm not moving too quickly and disturbing others. The others are usually buried in electronics and sleeping anyway, okay? And then I'll do some twists, and I might twist and hold. And then twist and hold, and I'll do a few of those. I might do a forward fold and stretch out the hamstrings, okay? Sometimes on larger aircraft you can go into the flight attendant area, and oftentimes they're okay with that. I can't tell you how many flight attendants have actually shown them the stretches and they go home and they're doing them and so forth. But I'll do those twists. If there's an available armrest or something like that, I'll bring my leg up and I'll put it up there and stretch a hamstring. And then I'll do it on the other side. Again, I've got the aisle seat so I can put my foot up on the seat, stretch my other hamstring, okay? And I'll pull up tall, that tall wall exercise, and I'll hold that, contracting my abs, hold that for 10 seconds. I might do the extension stretch like this, and then I'll sit back down and read and do whatever. An hour later, repeat the process. That's how you manage your back with long car rides and long plane flights. I'm also the weird person in the airport in the terminal stretching. I'll find the cleanest piece of floor, and I'm doing my knee rolls and my knees to chest and stuff like that before I get on the plane, so I'm stretched out before I get there. What fascinates me is I oftentimes am the only one stretching on an airplane. I just can't believe that so many people can stuff themselves into a seat and last that long. But anyways, if you do find that you're uncomfortable sitting, that's the way to mitigate some of that. And then when you get to your destination, you might finish off with a little bit of extra stretching as well. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller. Please join me again.